The flight hadn't left the runway, but arrogance was already airborne. A wealthy passenger demanded a quiet black woman be removed from first class, claiming she didn't belong on flights like this. The crew agreed. Security was called. Cameras turned. Every insult, every order dripped with superiority. Yet through the humiliation, she stayed calm, her silence sharper than their voices. Seconds later, her phone rang, and one name over the intercom shattered every illusion of control. Because the woman they tried to humiliate wasn't a passenger at all. She was the power, keeping their plane in the sky. The plane hadn't even left the gate, yet arrogance had already taken flight. Elena Carter placed her boarding pass on the counter with quiet confidence. First class, seat 2A. She had designed this airline's model years ago, but no one in the terminal knew that. Today, she wanted to see how her company treated ordinary passengers. The gate agent scanned her ticket, smiled faintly, and waved her through. But 2 steps later, a man in an expensive suit blocked her path. "You're in the wrong line," he said flatly. Elena turned. "I don't think so." "This lane's for first class," he replied, eyes narrowing. "I'm aware." The gate agent tried to intervene. "Sir, her ticket is valid," the man scoffed. "There must be a mistake. People like her don't pay $6,000 for a seat." The words landed heavy in the air. Silence followed, then whispers. The man, Gregory Haynes, a venture capitalist with too much money and too little restraint, smirked. "You'll thank me later for saving you the embarrassment." Elena's gaze didn't waver. Embarrassment comes from ignorance, not evidence. By the time she stepped onto the plane, tension had already boarded with her. In first class, Gregory's voice carried. "She's sitting next to me? This is ridiculous." The head flight attendant, Claire, forced a polite smile. "Let's verify, sir." She turned to Elena. "May I see your boarding pass again?" Elena handed it over without a word. Claire frowned, pretending to scan it. This seat might have been reassigned. Gregory leaned back, satisfied. "Knew it," Elena's voice stayed calm. "Then perhaps check your system before assuming." Claire walked to the cabin phone, whispering into the receiver. Within minutes, the captain appeared, a tall man exuding authority but none of the courage it required. "I'm Captain Rhodes," he said. "Ma'am, there seems to be an issue with your reservation." "There isn't," Elena replied. Gregory folded his arms. "She probably upgraded with miles or something shady. Happens all the time." Elena's eyes locked on his. "You're mistaken. But keep talking. You're digging a very expensive hole." Rhodes's voice hardened. "Ma'am, if you continue arguing, we'll have to remove you." Elena reached into her bag slowly, deliberately, and placed her phone on the armrest. A single message glowed across the screen. "Internal audit. Stand by." Gregory laughed. "What's that supposed to mean? You calling your lawyer?" "No," she said softly. "I'm calling the owner." The captain sighed. "Ma'am, the owner of this airline doesn't take passenger complaints." Elena tilted her head. "You're right. She doesn't. But she's boarding right now." Before anyone could respond, the cabin speakers crackled to life. A male voice from ground control spoke clearly. "Captain Rhodes, this is operations. Please confirm the CEO authorization code on board. We've received a direct override." Rhodes' expression collapsed. "What code?" "Code EC1, the voice replied. "Full executive clearance active." Gregory frowned. "What's going on?" Elena turned her phone toward them. Her name filled the display. Elena Carter, co-founder and chief executive officer, Airline Air Holdings. The cabin froze. The head attendant's clipboard slipped from her hands. Gregory's jaw dropped. Elena's tone was surgical. "You've just failed your company's diversity and professionalism audit. And this," she gestured to the stunned crew, "is Exhibit A." Rhodes stammered. "Ma'am, we didn't know." "That's the problem," Elena said, standing. "You didn't ask." "You assumed," the intercom buzzed again. "Ground-to-cabin directive confirms Ms. Carter's presence. Proceed under her authority." The entire cabin went silent. Passengers whispered, recording every second. Claire's voice trembled. "Miss Carter, Elena raised a hand. "Don't apologize to me. Apologize to everyone who looks like me and has been treated like they don't belong. Gregory tried to recover. Look, I didn't mean anything by it. Just a misunderstanding. Misunderstanding? Elena stepped closer. You demanded my removal, insulted my place, and called it a misunderstanding? Gregory's face reddened. I didn't know who you were. Elena's voice cut through the air. You shouldn't need to know who someone is to treat them with respect. The line hit like a hammer. Applause began somewhere in the cabin and grew until even the flight attendants couldn't hide their shame. Elena looked toward the cockpit. Captain, I'm grounding this flight. Every crew member will be debriefed at headquarters within 24 hours. Mr. Haynes, she turned to Gregory, your name is permanently banned from our flights, he sputtered. You can't. I just did. The captain nodded numbly. Understood, Miss Carter. She took her seat again, calm as ever. Now let's get everyone rescheduled properly. Professionalism starts now. As she powered off her phone, Claire approached carefully. Miss Carter, may I ask something? Go ahead. Why didn't you tell us who you were from the start? Elena glanced out the window at the runway lights. Because power doesn't reveal itself to be respected. It listens to see who deserves respect. Minutes later, as she exited the aircraft, cameras from the terminal captured her composure, shoulders back, eyes forward, no anger, just presence. Reporters shouted, Miss Carter, will you fire the crew? No, she said. I'll retrain them. Dismissal fixes the moment. Education fixes the system. Gregory sat slumped nearby, head in his hands. Elena paused before walking past him. You told me I didn't belong, she said quietly. But belonging isn't permission. It's proof. And today, you proved nothing but fear. With that, she walked toward the gate where applause rose again from passengers who'd witnessed the entire reversal. Outside, the dawn light spilled across the tarmac, catching the Oran Air logo glinting on a jet's wing. Her creation, her empire, her statement to the world, because true power doesn't announce itself. It lets arrogance expose itself first. And when it finally speaks, the world listens. If you believe real power doesn't scream, it proves, then stand for respect today. Like this video, share it everywhere, and tell us in the comments where you're watching from and what moment hit you hardest. Subscribe and turn on notifications, because silence rewards arrogance, but truth always takes the seat it deserves.